Government to fine Mr. Ravi Shankar 5 crores for destroying Yamuna flood plains. World Cultural Festival was held on the Yamuna floodplains in New Delhi from 11 to 13 March 2016. It was organized to celebrate the Art of Living Foundation's 35 years in service. The foundation was involved in a legal battle with the National Green Tribunal, which allowed the festival to be held after a fine of 5 crore even after doing irreparable damage to the Yamuna flood plains in the name of World Cultural Festival. The loopholes in the National Tribunal Act are: lacks judicial independence. The Act lacks judicial independence from the government, and this is the first criticism it faces. The rule of the National Green Tribunal Act allows the bureaucrats to be appointed and to work in the tribunal while holding their post in the government offices. Scarce funding. Total amount of funds which are received by National Green Tribunal is very low. They get a very low amount of funding, and therefore the number of cases in the tribunal remains pending. Minimum members. Minimum members in the National Green Tribunal Act. There was no information regarding the minimum number of members of the tribunal. Tribunal has around 10 members in the expert panel and 10 members in the judicial panel, which is very low. This could bring an obstacle in providing quick justice. Pendency of cases. The National Green Tribunal lacks human and financial resources, and this has led to the high pendency of cases. It was one of the objectives to have the disposal of appeals within the time frame of 6 months, so that it could provide disposal of cases quickly, but because of this loophole the objective of NGT cannot be fulfilled. Act remains silent on paying of compensation. The National Green Tribunal Act remains silent on the provision that who will pay the compensation or cost of damages received by the public or the environment. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climatic Change also says that this provision should be included in the NGT Act and should not be left on the discretion of the executive. These were the loopholes used by the defendant to win the trial of Yamuna floodplain case.
Why is the place crowded? What's happening?
There seems to be a protest going on about banning plastics completely.
Didn't the government already ban all plastics?
No sir, only plastics above 50 microns were banned, not the ones below 50.
Isn't it safe to use plastics below 50 microns? Then why is the protest happening?
The government was not aware of the other effects caused by plastics which were below 50 micron.
What do you mean by effects caused by plastics below 50 microns?
Sir, the plastics being dumped in water bodies and land are being ingested by marine organisms and other cattle, which in turn are being consumed by us. This causes plastics to enter the bodies of humans and has an harmful effect on our health.
Oh, is that why the protest is happening? How did I not think from that perspective?
Now that everyone's here, let me start the presentation on our next project. Our next project is the XYZ dyeing industry. These are the requirements while designing the industry. These are the details of the project offered to us by our client. This slide shows the site features and the analysis made by our team. The pros of the site are: The site is easily accessible from the highway and district with firm soil and no site obstacles. There's also abundant water available as there's a water body nearby. The cons of the site are there's no proper drainage facilities for effluent discharge, and due to local winds, maintenance of the structures for dust would also be tough. And the ultimate solution to the effluent constraint is yes, we let the effluents flow through pipelines all the way to the water body. With this, the brief regarding the project is concluded. Now we are open to discussions. Yes, I knew that you will ask that, so I created a PowerPoint on the loopholes on how we can escape those legal actions. Coming to the first loophole. Let's say that the cost of building a proper water treatment facility would be 50 lakhs and the penalty for legal charges would be 5 lakhs. We could easily pay the penalty. The monitoring and enforcement are lethargic when it comes to doing their job of monitoring small water bodies. If the government takes action, we can just say that the water body was not damaged by us, but by other factories and the people surrounding the water body. Since there would be no proof to take against us, we can easily tamper the evidence. Even if the enforcers monitor the water body, we can easily bribe them. With these loopholes, we can easily evade any legal charges.
When a law is created, humans, because of their greed, they search for loopholes to break these laws. Even if the government is aware of these loopholes and rectify these loopholes, because of the greed of the officials in government, humans continue to break these laws by bribing them. As long greed is an existing factor in this world, laws and other environmentalists protecting the environment will all be in vain.